Yes, it's time. It's time to get back to the idea of trying to see how I can create a cyanotype print in a box camera. Going back to the beginning of all of this, I had originally built a box camera that I realized had too long of a focal length for this to work. You can see something here. Let's see if it's going to not rinse out in the water. Another fail. It's just rinsed right off. Not enough light's getting to this paper. So in February, I built another one, taking the focal length into consideration, finding a different magnifying glass that would give me a shorter focal length. I was not successful, and at the same time I thought, if I'm going to do this again, I want to try to do it bigger. So I built an 8x10 box camera, which actually was not complete. Aside from the general box build, I had to think how I would manage to create a back so that I would be able to expose the sensitized paper. And in case you may be wondering what I had used with the 4x5 box camera, I was using 4x5 glass plate holders. There are different weights of paper that you can use for the cyanotype. The weight of paper that I use is much too thick to fit into the average film holder. So I had been trying to think of the most simplest way on how I can make a back that will be suitable to work with the Cyanotype box camera with tools that I already had on hand. So this is what I had come up with, and I think it might work. I'm just trying this out, seeing how it goes, and if it does work and I don't run into any issues, this will be the way I'll be working with it. There is also a thought of maybe wanting a smaller size paper, which I most likely will make another back, a back that will be sized specifically for whatever other size paper I want to work with. So now that I have managed to figure out a way to place a back on the box camera, What I am going to do right now is I am going to sensitize a few sheets of watercolor paper. The paper that I am going to be working with for this experiment is the Canson paper. I always seem to have great luck with this paper, so I'm going to start with it right away. I am going to sensitize 4 sheets, and I'm going to test out 4 different ways that I have thought of. Hopefully, one of them will give me a successful result. Now, there is still a lot that has to be said about this because I know that there's more than it just being the box camera build or the lens slash magnifying glass. There will also be, I believe, an issue on the chemistry itself. But I really want to know if this is going to work using the Cyanotype formula from Photographer's Formulary. And if I get results that are quite satisfactory, I am then going to start to experiment more with the raw chemicals of the cyanotype formula.